named Seth shared a strange experience involving an old electric guitar he had recently purchased from a neighborhood sale. At first, the instrument seemed completely normal, but he soon noticed something unusual. Every time he played a chord or lightly strummed the strings, odd events seemed to occur around him. To demonstrate, Seth recorded a video inside his room. As soon as he played the guitar, something disturbing happened. Take a look.
That is some Lotus, like very 80s looking guitar, and every time I strum, like that, shit like that happens every time I mess with this thing. Shit like that.
The lights unexpectedly flickered after another strum. A cup resting on a nearby table suddenly tipped over by itself. To this day, nobody knows what was really causing those eerie events. Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support. During a weekend sleepover, two friends were relaxing in a bedroom when an unsettling sound suddenly broke the silence. At first, it was a faint tapping noise coming from somewhere inside the house. Thinking it was nothing, they tried to ignore it, but the sounds quickly grew louder and more frequent. Curious and uneasy, one of the boys grabbed his phone and began recording. Take a look.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Recording me for? You're here. Listen. Touch that door. That Ouija board. I'm getting out of this room. I can't sleep in here.
The noises seemed to be coming from a nearby storage closet. When he slowly opened the door, he found nothing unusual inside. The room appeared completely empty. A few minutes later, the strange sounds returned. Determined to find the source, he walked down a dark hallway and carefully pushed open another door. As the camera pointed into the room, something disturbing appeared. Watch closely.
I think this might be the last time.
A tall, shadowy figure could be seen standing motionless in the darkness. The boy immediately slammed the door shut, leaving the terrifying mystery completely unexplained. A man named Ali passed by a small roadside restroom. As he walked near the building, he suddenly heard what sounded like someone calling for help from inside. Curious and concerned, he pulled out his phone and began recording. Have a look.
Yo, what the? What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo.
When he moved closer to investigate, the woman was nowhere to be found. Every stall was empty, and the area was completely silent. To this day, nobody knows whose voice it was. Carlos was checking the upstairs hallway of his house, camera in hand, documenting another quiet night. Everything seemed normal until a sudden noise echoed through the darkness. He quickly turned toward the sound and froze. Have a look.
Por hacer se fue la luz en toda la colonia Amixes. O sea, vean, literalmente No hay nada de luz alrededor, más que hasta allá se ven unos puntitos. Empecé a grabar porque se empezaron a escuchar ruidos, como siempre. Se escucha algo.
An object that had been sitting untouched moments earlier now lay on the floor. No footsteps, no movement, no obvious explanation. As the camera continued rolling, one chilling question remained. What had caused it? A woman named Rosanna had recently moved into a new apartment in France, hoping for a fresh start. However, within days of settling in, strange events began disturbing her peace. One afternoon, while sitting alone and eating at her table, she suddenly heard what sounded like heavy breathing coming from an old fireplace in the living room. She grabbed her phone and started recording. Take a look. She checked the area but found nothing there. Trying to ignore the incident, Rosanna continued living in the apartment, but the activity only intensified. Have a look. Objects would mysteriously fall, doors slammed shut without warning, and an unpleasant odor occasionally drifted through the rooms. Concerned, she invited a priest to bless the apartment, hoping it would bring relief. Instead, the atmosphere seemed to grow even darker. One night, after hearing repeated knocks echo through the walls, Rosanna began recording. Moments later, a faint voice appeared to whisper from somewhere inside the apartment, leaving her terrified and questioning what truly shared the home with her. A young woman named Emma, who found herself stranded with a friend after their vehicle unexpectedly broke down on a lonely mountain road late at night. With no nearby help and almost no phone signal, the two decided to wait inside the car while figuring out what to do next. Everything seemed normal until they stepped outside to check the vehicle. Moments later, something disturbing happened. Take a look.
What are we gonna do? What now?
I guess we'll have to walk to the store.
Hey!
The store.
Hey!
What do we do? What was that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we better get back in the car.
Yeah, you better. Oh, that was locked.
Why is the car? Listen, this is scary. Oh my god. Okay. Did it lock?
No.
What's the deal with this car? I don't understand.
You'll have to unlock it for me.
Something weird has happened with this car.
What's going on?
A deep voice suddenly called out from somewhere in the darkness surrounding them. The sound appeared to come from the nearby woods, yet nobody could be seen anywhere around. Feeling uneasy, the two hurried back toward the car. As they tried to get inside, what happened next, just watch.
Something weird has happened with this car.
What's going on?
Let's see if it starts. It started.
Waiting for connection. Bluetooth connection success.
What was that?
Ashley, I do not like this.
Oh my god.
Let's get out of here. Go. Does it run? Is it working?
Yes, it is. It's working. Thank God.
The vehicle's alarm unexpectedly began blaring. Then, while sitting inside, they heard several loud knocks striking the outside of the car, even though no person was visible nearby. Fortunately, the engine eventually started, allowing them to leave the area before discovering what had been making those disturbing sounds. A man living alone in a small apartment was recording a normal moment when things suddenly turned disturbing. Take a look.
Ya estás intentando molestar, ¿no? Te puedes manifestar, si quieres. No te tengo ningún miedo. Sí, ya sé que estás ahí. Manifiéstate. Cojones. Manifiéstate. ¿Dónde estás? La sangre de Cristo tiene poder. Me cubro con la sangre de Cristo. Vale, que sepas que no te tengo ningún miedo. Vale. Vale. Me cubro con la sangre de Cristo. Cristo tiene el poder. Ven, este es mi día a día, señores. En mi casa, esto es lo que pasa. Pero ya cada vez tengo menos miedo, así que me come todo el cipote lo que hay aquí. Esta es mi casa.
A strange metallic sound echoed from another room. breaking the silence. As he lifted his phone and started recording, the atmosphere changed completely. A chair in the corner began moving slowly across the floor on its own. It paused, then kept sliding forward as if something unseen was guiding it. With no one else inside and no clear explanation, the situation quickly turned unsettling, leaving him frozen as the footage captured everything. A man named Dustin, whose experiences we've actually covered before on this channel, recently shared another unsettling incident that took place during one of his late-night shifts at a remote mountain hotel. While making his routine rounds through the nearly empty building, he noticed an alarm suddenly going off for no apparent reason. Confused, Dustin pulled out his phone and began recording. Take a look.
Chatted, my friend, right? And I, walked through, and now the alarm's going off. So I was walking through here, and whenever you get right here, you can see something behind me. And I watched it, I did a playback. I don't know, I just, I feel like I need to go to the doctor, but I'm constantly just nauseous, and I don't really know why. I have tried to take medicine for it and stuff, but I don't know, it doesn't.
Standing behind him for a split second was a pale, human-like figure that hadn't been there when he was filming. Determined to figure out what was happening, he kept recording throughout the night. What happened next only made things stranger. The same figure appeared multiple times in different locations around the hotel, sometimes reflected in mirrors, and other times standing silently at the end of dark corridors. Each appearance was brief, but enough to leave Dustin convinced that something unexplained was sharing the hotel with him that night. A disturbing video circulating online has left many viewers uneasy. It begins with a man abruptly waking from sleep after hearing a strange, echoing laugh somewhere inside his house. The sound is unsettling and clearly not something you'd expect, especially since he lives alone. Confused and uneasy, he reaches for a flashlight and cautiously looks around his dark bedroom. What happened after that? Watch this. As he slowly scans the room, the eerie laughter continues, seeming to come from no clear direction. When his light lands on a slightly open wardrobe, a thin, pale hand briefly appears from the gap. Shocked, he rushes over and opens it wide, but there's nothing inside. Moments later, a loud noise erupts behind him like a door slamming shut. His fear intensifies. Then a terrifying scream echoes from the hallway. Hesitantly, he looks out and catches sight of a strange face lurking in the darkness. Before the footage cuts off, leaving everything unexplained. So what do you think? A security guard working the night shift at a remote construction site in Chile began noticing something unsettling. Almost every night, he felt as if he wasn't alone. Strange incidents would happen. Tools slightly moving, faint noises echoing through unfinished corridors, and an eerie chill that appeared without warning. One night, he decided to record everything on his phone, hoping to finally capture proof. Take a look.
Allá al fondo, acá. Aquí hay otro pasillo también con luz e iluminación aquí. Hay algunos que están oscuros. Y bueno, ahí aprovechamos de seguir avanzando. Para allá sería donde vamos a ir ahora en este momento. Así que nos vamos con harto ojo.
As he walked through the dimly lit area, his camera caught what looked like a shadowy figure peeking from behind a doorway. When he moved closer, it suddenly vanished. Moments later, the temperature dropped sharply. His breath became visible in the cold air. Trying to stay calm, he continued forward. But then he heard a whisper.
¿Quién anda ahí?
It sounded close, almost right beside him. That was enough. Panic took over, and he immediately abandoned his shift, running out of the site. Some say it's just fear playing tricks on the mind, but others believe he wasn't alone that night.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment. See you in the next one.